this year was headed here to the Mexican capital. The so-called exodus from poverty includes mostly Venezuelans, Hondurans, and Cubans.
The bodies of 2 missing teens are found in San Antonio. This is Police Chief William McManus.
What we're looking at right now is a very, very perplexing crime scene. Detectives right now are looking at this as a possible murder, but we don't know for sure.
Farewell to our colleague, CBS News radio anchor Tom Foti, who has died at age 77. CBS News Brief. I'm Peter King.
Hello, I'm Neil Thornberry, CEO of TJ Regional Health. As we get closer to the end of the year, I would like to take this opportunity to wish you and your family a delightful season filled with good times, great friends, and lasting memories. From our healthcare family to yours, we wish you a very Merry Christmas and a healthy and happy New Year.
Attention homebuyers and homeowners. If you're shopping for a mortgage or considering home financing, call one of Kentucky's top mortgage lenders, South Central Bank. Recognized as the area's best mortgage company, we are ready to help you walk through every step of the borrowing process. With experienced lenders and a full range of loan solutions that suit your budget, South Central Bank can make your dreams become reality. Contact us today. You can even apply online at southcentralbank.com. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
Your source for local for more than 30 years. This is WCLU Local News.
Welcome to Wednesday's edition of WCLU News. I'm Shannon Presley. A Barron County man was sentenced last week to more than 4 years in federal prison for illegally possessing a firearm after previously being convicted of a felony. U.S. Attorney Michael A. Bennett of the Western District of Kentucky and Special Agent in Charge R. Sean Morrow of the ATF Louisville Field Division made the announcement. According to court documents, Dwayne T. Smith, 37, of Glasgow, was sentenced to 4 years and 9 months in prison, followed by 3 years of supervised release for illegally possessing a Glock GmbH Model 19 9mm semi-automatic pistol on June 7, 2022. Smith was prohibited from possessing a firearm because he had previously been convicted of the following felony offenses. On June 25, 2019, in Barron Circuit Court, Smith was convicted of possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, receiving stolen property, and possession of synthetic drugs, second or subsequent. On October 7, 2019, in Barron Circuit Court, Smith was convicted of possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. There is no parole in the federal system. The ATF, with assistance from the Kentucky State Police and the Glasgow Police Department, investigated the case. In Barron County school news, many Barron County families are food insecure and have their last full meal of the day at school. BCHS biomedical classes and students across the district, in conjunction with Reads and Feeds, collect food for holiday breaks. If you would like to help, contact Krista.Steenbergen at barron.kyschools.us. Barron Beyond the Bells Little Learners Academy understands the importance of providing a safe, nurturing, and stimulating environment for children to learn and grow. If you need child care for your children ages 1 to 5, reserve your spot at Little Learners Academy. The program features all-day care for students Monday through Friday from 6:30 a.m. until 6 p.m., a safe, clean environment in a school setting, play-to-learn classrooms based on age-appropriate creative curriculum, highly trained staff, positive behavior strategies, daily communication with caregivers, free breakfast, lunch, and a snack, and low teacher-to-student ratios. For more information or to schedule a tour, contact Nicole Shores at 651-3787. The Scottsville Police Department is warning of scams related to various items for sale online. According to a post on the department's Facebook page, there have been several scams on Facebook recently that are using names of real people in Scottsville and Allen County. The scammers are hacking into people's accounts and posting items for sale, asking for deposits. Remember, if it sounds too good to be true, it usually is. A Hopkinsville man was sentenced last week to more than 11 years in federal prison for distributing methamphetamine and fentanyl. U.S. Attorney Michael A. Bennett of the Western District of Kentucky, Special Agent in Charge J. Todd Scott of the DEA Louisville Field Office, and Chief Jason Newby of the Hopkinsville Police Department made the announcement. According to court documents, Shavion Richardson, 26, was sentenced to 11 years and 6 months in prison, followed by 5 years of supervised release for 3 3 counts of distribution of methamphetamine, 1 count of distribution of fentanyl, and 1 count of possession with intent to distribute methamphetamine. On May 24, 2022 and June 1, 2022, Richardson distributed more than 50 grams of methamphetamine in Christian County. On June 9, 2022, Richardson aided and abetted another person in the distribution of 96 fentanyl pills. On June 14, 2022, Richardson provided another person with approximately 1 pound of methamphetamine to distribute. There is no parole in the federal system. The DEA Paducah Post of Duty and the Hopkinsville Police Department investigated the case. The Lawrenceburg Police Department has requested the Kentucky State Police to investigate an officer-involved shooting that occurred on Saturday in Lawrenceburg. KSP troopers arrived on the scene and began an investigation into the incident. A male individual was transported from the scene to a local hospital with unknown injuries. Kentucky State Police continue to search for a suspect wanted in a double shooting on Saturday night. Police responded to a shooting in Knox County to find 2 victims shot in a vehicle at a home. Both were flown to an area hospital and are expected to recover. Police have issued a warrant for 39-year-old Donald Napier, who is described as a white male, 5 feet 10 inches tall, with brown hair and brown eyes. Police believe Napier may be in northern Kentucky or Lexington. His vehicle was recovered in Richmond. Anyone with information is asked to call the police. Building on the state's plans to migrate from an outdated vehicle registration database to a modern, more efficient system beginning in January, Kentuckians will now keep their license plates when transferring vehicle ownership, a move that will improve convenience and save money for Kentuckians. This is a change from the current practice where plates were linked to the vehicle. Kentuckians will now retain both unexpired registration and the license plate when transferring ownership. Also, owners of specialty license plates, nonprofit and military plates will save money by no longer paying for a standard license plate to go with the transferred vehicle and paying to place their specialty plate on the new vehicle. Currently, when a vehicle with an unexpired registration is transferred, a standard issue plate and registration are transferred with the vehicle to the new owner. Once the new Kentucky Automated Vehicle Information System is available statewide in mid-January, when a vehicle is transferred with unexpired registration, the plate is retained by the seller. Additionally, the seller gains the ability to apply the plate and unexpired registration, including standard issue plates, to any other vehicle they own of the same class, including a newly purchased vehicle. The following services will be unavailable during the migration: vehicle and boat registration renewals, vehicle and boat titling and transfers, disabled parking permit issuance, and license plate issuance. Online vehicle registration renewal will be unavailable starting December 28th and will be restored the week of January 8th. Visit drive.ky.gov for updates. In county clerk's offices, motor vehicle and vessel-related services, including issuance of disabled placards, will be unavailable as early as Friday, December 29th. All offices will pause services starting January 1st and gradually resume services the week of January 8th. Some offices will choose to close to the public during this time, while others may be open to perform services not related to vehicles or boats. Kentuckians should check with their county clerk in January to see when they plan to resume services, as it will vary by county. Kentucky State Police agencies are participating in Operation CARE, crash awareness and reduction effort, and the Drive Sober or Get Pulled Over campaigns to ensure safe travels for all on Kentucky's highways. Troopers and officers will put high emphasis on all traffic violations, including speeding, failure to wear seat belts, impaired and distracted driving, and commercial vehicle enforcement. KSP offers several tips on traveling safely this holiday season. Watch your speed, limit distractions, stay sober, or if you're planning on celebrating, designate a sober driver or use alternative transportation options such as rideshare services. Buckle up and plan ahead by being aware of road conditions. You can check road conditions online at goky.ky.gov. Under the terms of two state laws that take effect on New Year's Day, owners of electric vehicles and gasoline-electric hybrid vehicles in Kentucky will soon pay new fees for registering or charging up at public stations. Passage of the legislation was a significant development for the long-term stability of the Kentucky Road Fund. It ensured that EV and hybrid owners pay a fair share of the cost of building and maintaining Kentucky's transportation infrastructure. The new annual ownership fee structure under Kentucky law includes the following: $120 for electric vehicles, $60 for hybrids, and $60 for electric motorcycles. These fees are directed into the Road Fund, which pays for road construction, maintenance, engineering, planning, and research, as well as administrative functions to keep the Kentucky transportation network moving. The Kentucky Transportation Cabinet will mail a postcard to Kentuckians subject to the fee. Payments can be made online at evhv.ky.gov or by paying at your county clerk's office when renewing registration. KYTC State Highway Engineer James Ballinger says sharing the roads also means sharing the cost to maintain them. With the rise in hybrid and EV owners in recent years, the ownership fee helps ensure their contributions to the Road Fund match those of the majority of Kentucky drivers who drive a gas or diesel-powered vehicle and pay associated taxes. In 2022, the General Assembly passed House Bill 8, which added a dealer tax of 3 cents per kilowatt hour of electricity for EV charging stations on or after July 1st, 2022. Similar to Kentucky's motor fuels tax, it will be added to the selling price of the charge to those who operate charging stations. The tax revenue goes to the Road Fund. Currently, Kentucky has more than 9,000 registered electric vehicles, including motorcycles, and more than 60,000 hybrids. You can keep up with us at WCLUradio.com and through our free apps for Apple and Android mobile devices. For WCLU News, I'm Shannon Presley.
When we lost Frank, we lost a good friend. Father, husband, colleague, and coach. He meant a lot to all of us. Today, we had a chance to tell him that.
When someone close to you passes on, you want to commemorate their life in a special way. That's why individual requests are such an important part of our funeral services. We strive to meet your specific needs for the most fitting service for your loved ones. A.F. Crow & Son Funeral Home, a celebration of love.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Starting in 2024, Kentuckians will keep their license plate.
Kentucky state law is changing when it comes to the plate on your car or truck. Your BMV registration will be staying with your license plate. That all means next year, if you transfer ownership of a car from one person to another, as long as the registration isn't expired, you'll keep your license plate with you, not just leave it on the vehicle. Expired plates must be turned in. This all starts once county clerk offices upgrade their computers. That's slated to take about a week, starting January 1st, all across the state. I'm Jack Crumley.
Police departments across the state will have more patrols on the roads over the next few days as they take part in the nationwide Drive Sober or Get Pulled Over campaign to raise awareness, educate, and deter impaired driving. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration says December drunk driving deaths are at the highest rate in almost 15 years. The campaign runs through New Year's Day. Kentucky's Lieutenant Governor gives an update on her health following a major surgery.
Kentucky Lieutenant Governor Jacqueline Coleman last week underwent a double mastectomy after concerns were raised during a recent routine physical exam. In an update, Coleman says her post-surgery reports came back clean. She goes on to say, quote, "While I am grateful for my amazing healthcare heroes and the relief I feel for having answers, please hear me when I say if I had put this off, skipped appointments, or not taken it seriously, it's likely the news I'd be sharing eventually wouldn't be great." Coleman added that early detection and prevention were the difference makers for her and can be for others as well. She encourages Kentuckians to go schedule that appointment that's been in the back of their mind. I'm John Shannon.
It's bowl season in college football. Number 15 Louisville is set to take on USC in the Holiday Bowl later on tonight at 8 o'clock, while Kentucky faces number 22 Clemson in the Gator Bowl. That game kicking off Friday at noon. I'm Taryn Johnson.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
I'm with Carrie Banahan, the Deputy Secretary for the Kentucky Cabinet for Health and Family Services. Today, we're talking about Connect, K-Y-N-E-C-T. Tell us what it can do for the Commonwealth.
Well, Connect, it's a website that connects Kentuckians in need with help.
For help, visit the website connect.ky.gov.
Health falls into three categories: healthcare coverage, benefits, and resources.
Could you give me some examples in each category?
Healthcare would include things like Medicaid. On the benefits side, examples are food assistance plus help to pay for childcare. The resource area focuses on helping your community. It might be job training or elder care or even helping those battling substance use.
Open enrollment for a qualified health plan is now through January 16th. Other benefits and resources are available year-round. Help is just a phone call away at 855-4CONNECT. That's 855-459-6328. And remember, Connect is spelled K-Y-N-E-C.
Beach Bend Park. Fun for the whole family.
Summer fun keeps rolling along at Beach Bend Park with rides, slides, and waves.
Good morning, live, and on this Wednesday, here we are, the Wednesday, the 27th day of December. James Coates with you today. We're so glad to have a special guest with us in-house, and no stranger to Good Morning Live, Shelley Gillen, District Counselor of Barron County Schools. Hello, how are you?
Hey, Jay. Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing great. Let me make sure your mic's on here. There we go.
Oh, good morning, James.
You never know what happens when I'm gone.
That's right. You take off a day and it all just goes down, right? Yeah. Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. It looks like you survived Christmas okay.
I did. What about yourself?
Oh, I had a wonderful time.
Yeah.
You know,
oh, yeah.
A little stress. I could feel it creeping in, but I just said to myself, we're not going to do that.
That's right.
And just
there you
got
go.
rid of it.
Good for you. Be present. Let it just go away. Good for you.
You've heard the expression, take a chill pill.
Oh, yeah. Take a couple of them.
Chill pills are so nice.
Chill pills are great. They are.
You just have to prioritize yourself and say, I'm not going to go that route right there. And,
exactly.
You know, so that's why we bring you on to talk about things like this. So
awesome. Well, I'm happy to be here. And by the way, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to you.
You too.
Yes, thank you.
I hope 2024 is a good one for you.
Same back to you.
One person said the COVID-19 pandemic, global conflicts, racism, racial injustice, inflation, natural disasters. It's all weighing on our minds.
It is.
As Americans. Look what I hear people say, I'm just so stressed. I got a feeling something bad's coming, and just.
Right.
And I think COVID-19 just really showed us how quick things can shut down and change your life forever.
Absolutely. Right.
And even though the pandemic, I think, officially ended, May of this year or so, the official, it's over, even though we still have some cases around.
Yes.
I don't think the effects of it is over at all.
Oh, I don't think so either, James. And as a matter of fact, I think it's going to continue. And I know we've talked about this before. The one good thing I think that came out of the pandemic was the focus on taking care of your mental health. And we talk about it more. And I think that is such a critical piece right here because it's so easy to fall into the gloom and doom and the stress. And so, thinking about moving forward, especially in 2024, any new year, thinking about what can I do? What changes can I make to help take care of my mental health, to make me a more settled person, to be present, those kinds of things. Because yes, it's really easy to let all that consume us if we're not intentional about what we're doing and moving forward.
So how can we be intentional for 2024? What can we do? A lot of people talk about resolutions,
right?
Versus goals. Talk about that a little bit.
And sometimes people think resolutions are so cliche.
Yeah.
But when you turn the calendar over to a new year, sometimes that's a great starting point for people. So when we think about moving forward, think about an intention. What do you want 2024 to be for you? Is it a sense of peace? Is it health? Is it healing? So have an overall intention. From that intention, set your goals.
Yeah.
I think research shows that a vast majority of people, their New Year's resolutions are out the door by the end of January. So what you need to do is think about your intention and set your overall goal, but you got to be specific. It's got to be time-based. And my recommendation is to set small goals to reach that goal. The brain releases dopamine when you reach a goal, when you achieve something.
Yeah.
And the brain and the body want that.
Yeah.
So if your overall goal, say, is to lower your the scale to move or whatever, you can't say I want to lose 10 pounds by next week.
Yeah.
Unrealistic. So set goals. What can I do today? Maybe it's to be healthy. Okay, I'm going to walk 3 times a week. I'm going to get up at 5 a.m. like my husband does and go for a walk every morning.
Wow.
Whatever it is, but you got to be intentional and then check it off. And another recommendation too is write it down. There is so much power in writing down your goals and post it where you can see it.
I was going to ask you about journaling.
Journaling is a powerful, powerful tool. Not only does it help keep your intentions focused, it's also a way to release emotions. And it's a great, great thing. I've journaled since I was a little girl, and what's powerful too about that, if you're having a stressful day like you had mentioned earlier, get in that journal and write,
Yeah.
tear it out, rip it up.
Yeah.
That is powerful.
Yeah.
And throw it in the garbage and just kiss it goodbye. So yeah, journaling is a great way also. And so write those intentions down, write those goals down. Also, take it even a step further, share it with somebody, share your goals, share your intention.
And inspire them.
And that's your accountability buddy, I call him, that keeps you accountable.
I was going to ask you about that. It's funny you were bringing that up. How important is accountability? Who can we be accountable to? A friend, a pastor, a priest, who?
Absolutely. Anybody that you have a good relationship with, you have trust, that will keep you on track, that will even tell you the hard stuff.
Yeah.
Like, you said you were going to do this, but now you're kind of falling back. Let's get back on track. So you got to have that honesty too.
They're not your enemy. They're trying to help you.
That's exactly right. And sometimes hearing the hard stuff is part of that helping part.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So, juggling work, school, and just life, how are some ways to create mental health goals? How can we, other than journaling or accountability, are there anything else? It's a lot to juggle.
It really is. And I think I keep going back to the word intentional, but you have to be intentional.
Yeah.
And sometimes literally taking it one day at a time and planning the night before, thinking, what's my day going to look like tomorrow?
That's a good idea.
Yes. Go ahead and look at your schedule, think about what's going on, and where can I carve out, even if it's 5 minutes, to just sit in the quiet and just think about your day. Meditation is a powerful thing, and some people think meditation's kind of kooky, but all meditation is just quieting yourself and just letting your spirit rest.
Yeah.
And even if it's 2 or 3 minutes, you can do that in your car. You can do that in the kitchen as you're sipping coffee.
I do that in my car.
Awesome.
When I get home, I sometimes just sit there for 5 minutes and think, wow.
And recollect yourself. Yes.
And what can I do tomorrow to lighten some of that or my attitude towards certain things?
Absolutely. And I think the gratitude piece is really huge too. End your day thinking about what are 3 things I'm grateful for. Same thing in the morning when you first wake up.
Yeah.
3 things. And research has proven that the more that you focus on gratitude, your brain actually changes and starts to see the more positive instead of the negative.
Man.
So, yeah. And again, journal about that. Write those things down.
Exactly right.
Yes.
Some people record their self with their phone. Talking to themselves, shooting a video of themselves saying, today I'm going to do this, or I'm not going to do this, or here's my goal this week. And I think that's also very beneficial.
Yes, that is powerful as well. Yeah, I think you got to put it out there. I think you got to put it out there because otherwise, if it just stays in your brain and it's floating around up in there, sometimes it doesn't come to fruition, and that's what we want.
Don't we live in a negative world?
I believe we do.
We do.
Yes.
I mean, there's some bright lights out there. There's some positive things, but overall, when you watch a lot of things online and spending more time with your phone to your face than your family, it's fun and entertaining, yes, but I tell you, it can open the door for stress and negativity.
It truly can. And I think that's where you really have to, where that gratitude piece comes in.
Yeah.
And looking for it. Sometimes it's difficult to do that, but if you have that intention, I'm going to find the positive in all of this, because you're right, it's real easy, even around the people that you work with or live with.
Yeah.
If their negativity is happening, it's really easy for you to fall into that. So you have to be the game changer and bring in the positive light.
This morning we're talking once again with, I guess it'll be our final talk this year.
It will be.
Shelley
That's
Gillen,
right.
the district counselor of Barron County Schools, and been at it a long time, haven't you?
Well, oh my goodness, yes. I've been so blessed. Yes, I think we talked earlier. I think 1999 was my first year as school counselor. So I love it. It is my passion for sure.
We appreciate you coming in today, and again, hope you have a happy new year. And these words that you give us they work. They really do.
Thank you so much.
They really do.
Well, I love to share what's been shared with me, so I appreciate you all having me on.
Anything else today you want to mention?
You know what? I think probably some last words were be present, whatever is going on, that is one way to keep stress in check, is to just be present. Think about where you are. Think about the sights, the smells, how you're feeling, and that will center you. And more often than not, it will help alleviate that stress or sadness or whatever's going on. One quick thing too, I know the holidays can be tough for some people, so please reach out if you're struggling. If you feel like you need to speak with somebody, you don't have anybody in your life, 988. Please text or call. That is the crisis line, the suicide crisis line. So please reach out. Don't suffer in silence.
988.
988. Text or call.
Right.
Yes.
Shelley, we appreciate you so much. Words of wisdom, and we'll have you back real soon.
Okay. See you later. Thanks, James.
You're welcome.
Happy New Year.
You too, and Happy New Year to all you folks listening today. Shelley Gillen, again, District Counselor with Barron County Schools, our special guest this morning. 7:28 on this Wednesday.
Taking a look at your high school winter sports schedule for this Wednesday, December 27th. In boys basketball, Barron County travels to Campbellsville High School to take part in the Holiday Classic against Casey County with tip-off at 5:30 p.m. Glasgow travels to Franklin Simpson to take part in the FB&T Classic against Davies County at 5 p.m. Metcalfe County will take part in the Holiday Classic at Campbellsville High School, where they'll take on East Jessamine at 3:45 p.m. and Monroe County will take on South Dearborn of Indiana in the Smoky Mountain Winter Classic at 1 p.m. And in girls basketball, Metcalfe County will travel to Allen County Scottsville to take part in the Lady Invitational of the South against Franklin County at 5:30 p.m. Allen County Scottsville will host Adair County as part of the Lady Invitational of the South at 7:15 p.m. And Greenwood will travel to Allen County Scottsville as part of the Lady Invitational of the South to take on Henderson County at 12:45 p.m. To stay up to date with all your local high school sports scores and schedules, head to our website at WCLUradio.com. All you have to do is hit the sports tab.
Happy holidays! I'm Scott Fitzgerald with a look back at your...
Hello, I'm Gary Fogle. Welcome to Kentucky Sports Memories, and for the rest of this week, a great underdog story.
At Watson's, we've been delivering all the family fun and relaxation to our local community for over 50 years. Our mission is to provide high-quality home recreational products and home furnishings to our customers that bring families and friends together for a break from the daily stresses of life. Shop the largest local selection of in-stock products for your home, inside and out, and get the guaranteed lowest price in the USA. Only at Watson's. We have all the fun.
Since we're approaching the new year, a time for hopes and dreams, I thought we'd look back at a guy who had his hopes and dreams come true, even though he was a huge underdog. His name was Mark Sander, or his name still is Mark Sander, as a matter of fact. But anyway, back in the mid-1980s, he was playing high school football at Louisville DeSales High, small private Catholic high school. And even though he's a pretty good football player, he didn't get much notoriety, not much attention. He went on to play at the University of Louisville, was a 4-year starter there, and became the school's all-time leading tackler. But let's back up. Before all that happened, he had to earn his spot. He had to make a name for himself. We talked about that.
Coming out of high school, U of L did not recruit you. You had to walk on. Did anybody recruit you?
Yeah, Murray State. I actually had a full ride down there, and Frank Beamer was the coach, who actually went on to Virginia Tech and did very well there. He was the coach back then, and I have an older brother, Tony, who's 6 years older than me. He said, "Hey, Schnellenberger's coming to town. You know, a year ago they just won the national championship, you know, down in Miami. Wouldn't you like to play for him?" I was like, "Well, you know, I'm not getting anything from him." So I ended up just thinking, I'll give it a shot. So I walked on, and there you have it.
So if Schnellenberger hadn't come to Louisville, you would have gone to Murray State on scholarship.
Yes, sir. Probably so. Yes, sir.
So he passes up the full scholarship offer at Murray State to come to U of L as a walk-on to play for Howard Schnellenberger, who had just come to U of L and trying to revitalize the program. In hindsight, it all worked out. But we'll talk about another obstacle he faced going into his last game as a Cardinal. That's tomorrow. Gary Fogle, Kentucky Sports Memories.
Happy holidays! I'm Scott Fitzgerald with a look back at your 2023 year in sports here on the Kentucky News Network. Well, the year got started with the Georgia Bulldogs winning the national championship of college football over TCU. Meanwhile, the Kentucky Wildcats finished the year at 7-6 with a 21-0 loss to Iowa in the Music City Bowl, while the Louisville Cardinals saw the departure of head coach Scott Satterfield for neighboring Cincinnati and the arrival of former quarterback Jeff Brom, who had the Cards back in the top 25 in just his first year at the helm. And in motorsports, in the Craftsman Truck Series, it was Kentucky's own Ben Rhodes finishing 11th in the season opener at Daytona in February, but would go on to win his second series championship. In March, the Kentucky Wildcat men's basketball team were upset by Vanderbilt in the SEC tournament, then fell in the second round of the NCAA tournament to Kansas State. For the women, the Louisville Cardinals advanced to the Elite Eight before falling to Caitlin Clark and Iowa. And the high school basketball, Warren Central captured the state title for the boys in a thrilling win over George Rogers Clark, while Sacred Heart continued their domination of girls basketball, winning their third straight title over McCracken County. In late March, early April, the Reds started the season at 3-1. They'd eventually be in the playoff hunt down the stretch before finishing the season at 82-80. The first Saturday in May brought Kentucky Derby 149, where Javier Castellano aboard Mage took home the run for the Roses, though the event was marred by 7 horses dying at the track in the week leading up to the race, and just hours before the race, contender Forte was withdrawn due to a bruised right foot. And in June, the Denver Nuggets won their first NBA championship in franchise history, knocking off the Miami Heat 4-1. In July, Bengals fans got the worst possible news when star quarterback Joe Burrow strained his lower calf. He would later injure his wrist, sidelining him for the season. And this fall, former Trinity Shamrock and Bellarmine Knight Brendan Pfaadt made his first ever start in Major League Baseball's postseason as the Diamondbacks made it all the way to the National League Championship Series. And finally, Pikeville, Mayfield, Boyle County, Christian Academy, Bowling Green, and Trinity were all crowned state football champions. That's a look back at your 2023. I'm Scott Fitzgerald.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Get the drinks and snacks. Get the streamers and confetti. Get the party hats and funny glasses. Get the noisemakers and balloons. But if you're even a little buzzed this New Year's Eve, do not get behind the wheel. Get a ride. Drive sober or get pulled over. A message from the Kentucky Office of Highway Safety.
Finding quality health coverage is a journey, but that doesn't mean it has to be difficult. With Connect leading the way, you'll easily discover a world of low-cost, even no-cost plan options. Whether you're continuing coverage or just getting started, open enrollment is from now until January 16th, and you can get there with one easy step by visiting connect.ky.gov today. It's the best path to quality, affordable health coverage for every Kentuckian.
Highland Pharmacy on Rogers Road in Glasgow has been a community favorite since 2012, and there's a reason for that. They consistently offer a wide range of customized services, quality care, and a commitment to you.
Highland's MedSync program aligns all your medications to be picked up at the same time each month. Free COVID tests are available through some insurance carriers, and Highland Pharmacy accepts most all insurance, plus fast, friendly customer service and free citywide delivery.
Highland Pharmacy, a community favorite since 2012.
Happy birthday!
WCLU's Good Morning Live, celebrating your birthdays and anniversaries.
7:36 on this Wednesday morning, December 27th. Happy birthday today to Sue Talley. Susan Thompson, happy birthday. Brad Alexander celebrates, happy birthday. Chelsea Stinson, we have Nancy West, we have Grace Lauer. Yeah, I've been saying her name wrong all morning. Thank you for the call. She's 21 today. We have Carol Spiegel. Caitlin Adams is 20 today. Beverly McJewel, happy birthday. Aaliyah Cardwell is 18 today. Cora Thompson, happy birthday. Here's a new one. Toya Simmons celebrates as well today. Anniversaries, we have Junior and Dana Bailey, Calvin and Carol Coffey, Carlton and Ann Bott, 60 years today, Cecil and Brenda Russell celebrating 38 years today, and also Ken and Katrina Kiplin, 20 years today as well. Good as gold today, that couple celebrating 60 years. It's Carlton and Ann Bott's Day. That's right. So if you folks know them, see them, say congratulations on 60 awesome years. Their name goes in the hat for Friday's drawing, too. Their names, should I say, goes in the hat for Friday's drawing. Looking forward to that big little Taste of Texas drawing just before 8 o'clock on Friday. So they're good as gold today. Make them feel real special. Make them smile a little bit. Say, hey, heard your names on the radio. You're good as gold on WCLU. 651-9149, 800-956-1023. Give us a call. Or we can take those through our website. Real easy, WCLUradio.com. Nominate someone in your life to be good as gold. We'll get them on there eventually. If the day you pick is already taken, we'll get as close as we possibly can to your specific day. WCLUradio.com. Now, next hour, Matthew's going to draw for a delicious Dairy Queen cake to some lucky person on that birthday and anniversary list, and also a Greer's Rosebud vase as well. Speaking of Matthew, we're going to bring him in, let him talk a little bit about sports coming up here in just a little bit. Stay with us. Good Morning Live.
Hi, folks. This is Angie with John Scroggins Tree Services. John and I would like to extend our sincerest thanks to our wonderful customers and crew as we head into our 5th year of serving Barron and surrounding counties as your professional, affordable tree service. We offer tree trimming and removal, selective pruning, stump grinding, and firewood delivery. Call or text us today at 270-791-6967. You can also find us on Facebook and Google or at johnscrogginstrees.com. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from John Scroggins Tree Services.
What's holding you back from learning the language you've always wanted to know?
Too hard.
Takes too long.
Not with Babbel. Babbel's lessons take just 15 minutes a day.
15 minutes isn't long.
Nope. And they're fun.
Fun isn't hard.
Right. Babbel's interactive lessons, podcasts, games, and more make it fun and engaging, so you don't realize you're learning a language, but you are. And Babbel's lessons are built around real life. You can choose from topics like travel, business, relationships, and more. You'll learn what matters most to you. Plus, Babbel's lessons are designed to get you speaking right away. In 3 weeks, you're able to start having conversations.
Just 3 weeks? Even better.
Since Babbel's lessons are designed by language experts and voiced by real native speakers, you'll get the accents just right and be able to carry on conversations with confidence.
Learning a language with Babbel doesn't take long.
And with Babbel, it isn't hard.
It's perfect.
Start learning a new language today. Go to Babbel.com. That's Babbel.com. Babbel.com.
Good Morning Live, Wednesday, Hump Day. Here we are, 7:40. Here at WCLU and Good Morning Live. Matthew Clark joins us. Matthew, haven't seen you in a little bit. How are you doing today?
You know, I'm doing fantastic. Hosted a whole morning show just yesterday.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, of course. You deserved a very special vacation day yesterday.
I got a couple I have to use before the end of the year. So
there you go. I believe you're taking one tomorrow. So I'll be right back there where you're standing tomorrow.
You'll be right here flying the plane.
I guess that's what we'll call it for WCLU. What do you call it for the Big Willie? On the saddle?
Yeah.
Back in the saddle?
Yeah, back in the saddle. Yeah.
There you go.
You'll be on the horse tomorrow.
There you go. I will be there as well. So,
well, we appreciate that.
Of course.
And we appreciate all of our listeners out there. Certainly want to wish you a Happy New Year coming up Monday. Oh, my goodness. 2024.
You know, it's coming before you know it.
What in the world?
It is right around the corner and in the bin.
Now, when you were a kid, did you think about 2020, 2023, 2024? Did you look that far ahead?
You know, I can't say I did because time felt like it went by a lot slower than it does now. Mm-hmm. I mean, time feels like, you know, you go to sleep one day and you wake up and it's Christmas.
Yeah. That's how it happened for me.
There you go.
I'm serious. I mean, I remember saying, okay, I got 2 weeks. And then I'm like, 5 days? What? And then
what? Oh, when did Christmas get here so fast?
It came so quick. And then it was over so quick.
You know, that's the disappointing thing about Christmas. I mean, you know, you get ready all month long, and for some people, you get ready after Halloween.
Yeah.
So you have all of November and December to get ready, but then it's like, you know, it comes and goes. Just, you know, like it was nothing.
Here we are, the 27th day of December. I want to talk about sports a little bit this morning. Some games coming up. I want us to talk about the UK Wildcat game Friday. And so there you go. There's your introduction.
There's the introduction that I'm getting, regardless of how well it went.
Exactly.
Yeah, so taking a look at your high school winter sports schedule, we didn't have any games go on in the area yesterday, obviously being the day after Christmas. So we'll take a look at the schedule today instead, where in boys basketball, Barron County will travel to Casey County, I believe, or... No, excuse me. Barron County will travel to Campbellsville High School.
There you go.
To take part in the Holiday Classic up there against Casey County. Glasgow will travel to Franklin Simpson. Look, I'm doing this without seeing where they're traveling to. I just have the names of the teams written down, so I'm trying to remember on the spot. Glasgow is traveling to Franklin Simpson. They'll take part in the FB&T Classic, I believe is what it's called, against Davies County.
Okay.
Bowling Green will take on an unannounced opponent as of right now, which is kind of strange being that they play today, but their opponent is unannounced as of now, but will be announced later on today. Metcalfe County will take on East Jessamine. Monroe County taking on South Dearborn of Indiana today. And Edmondson County, your team, the Wildcats, they're taking on 2 opponents today.
Wow.
Campbellsville is one of them, and one of them still yet to be announced. So they're going to have a long, busy day today. And this,
hopefully they got plenty of sleep.
You know, that's what I'm saying. This is all according to the KHSAA, so if any information is incorrect, blame it on them. There you go.
Right,
and in girls basketball, real quick, Metcalfe County taking on Franklin County today. Adair County is traveling to Allen County Scottsville. Allen County Scottsville also playing an unannounced opponent, so they'll have 2 games as well. So the Lady Patriots, very busy day as well for them.
Yeah.
Greenwood is playing Henderson County. Warren East taking on Ohio County. And just a couple more games here. Caverna hosting Christian County, and Hart County playing Goshen, Ohio.
Okay.
So
busy.
Very busy day in terms of sports for local, local sports. But Kentucky.
Let's talk about that Friday night.
Yeah, so Kentucky will be hosting Illinois State, the former team of Antonio Reeves, who is currently on Kentucky's team.
And doing quite well.
I'd say the least, coming off a career high against Louisville, 30 points.
Yeah.
So I'd say he's doing very well.
He's blooming.
I'm sure he's got this game circled on his calendar, just as a former team of his. Of course, like you said, that game will be on Friday at 6 p.m. for tip-off, and that will be on the SEC Network. So you won't have to search long and high for that game. It'll be right there in front of you.
Now, we talked about going to that game. Are you still? I can't go. Are you going?
No, I have
too busy.
I have a Glasgow game to cover.
That's right.
That night. So no, I won't be there, but I will make sure to watch the highlights of the game.
The old app.
There you go. So according to ESPN Analytics, 94.8% chance that Kentucky walks out victorious. So I'd say we got a pretty good chance.
I think we have a good chance. We'll find out what happens.
There you go. I mean, that's the only way to do it.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you, Matthew. We appreciate that.
Of course.
7:46 coming up. We're going to check your church and community calendar, and also we're going to find out what we're celebrating today on this 27th day of December. I'm sure there's some things hot on the calendar, so we'll talk about that straight ahead.
One sure sign of fall is a jar of sorghum molasses on the kitchen table. And around here, for many an autumn, that sorghum molasses has been hand-harvested from the hollers of Allen County by Jim Holloway at Glasgow Building Supply. Jim's daddy started the tradition, and it continues with the latest batch of homemade molasses. Just add a hot biscuit, a bowl of oatmeal, or a little peanut butter. Every year, though, Glasgow Building Supply always runs out. So make sure and get yours today. It's in stock right now at Glasgow Building Supply on the Bypass in Glasgow.
Are you paying too much for term life insurance? A man age 50 non-tobacco user can obtain $500,000 of coverage for as little as $110 per month. Level rate for 20 years. That's right, guaranteed level rate for 20 years. If you're a smoker, there are great rates available for you as well. Call Term Busters for a quote. 1-800-908-7636. You're probably paying more than you should. Call 1-800-908-7636. Remember, call Term Busters. 1-800-908-7636. Sample rate for preferred non-tobacco rate class. Exam required to qualify.
WCLU, your home for Glasgow Scotty Sports. Brought to you by Don Franklin Auto, Walbert Trucking, South Central Bank, HVAC Services, South Central Rural Telecommunications Cooperative, Garcia's Grill, Elmore Realty and Auction, Hardee's, TJ Regional Health, McDonald's, Monticello Bank, and Kentucky Farm Bureau Agent Joe Myers. Follow Glasgow Scotty Sports here and streaming free on the Glasgow Scotties and WCLU YouTube channels. WCLU.
Patchy fog in the area this morning, Glasgow, then becoming sunny, afternoon high of 51. Tonight, rain, 40% chance, overnight before 1 a.m., mostly cloudy and 34. Tomorrow, Thursday, 40% chance of rain, becoming partly sunny, much cooler, high of only 41. Thursday night, rain, snow mix, 50% chance, little or no accumulation, a low down to 32. Friday will wrap up the work week, 70% chance of rain and snow showers possible. No accumulation really expected, mostly cloudy and a high of 39. Friday night, chance of rain, 30% chance. You might see a snowflake or two as well. Mostly cloudy or low of 32. Saturday, partly sunny, high of 44. Saturday night, partly cloudy, 30. And on Sunday, we'll end the weekend mostly sunny with a high of 48. New Year's Day, there's a few sprinkles in the forecast, high of 40. Again today, Glasgow, morning fog, otherwise mostly sunny. Afternoon high of 51. And a light south wind at 6 miles per hour. Yeah, what about that rain-snow mix on Thursday night and Friday?
Go away. We do not want you. We do not appreciate you. Go away. That's all I've got to say there.
I'm with you. 50% chance of rain mixed with snow Thursday night. No accumulation expected, but like the Kentucky game, we'll see what happens.
I was about to say, I mean, with it being Kentucky, it is anyone's guessing game to decide whether or not accumulation will or will not happen.
Right. All right, let's check a church and community calendar, find out some things happening in the area. We just came through a very busy Christmas season, but there's still some things to talk about this morning.
There most definitely is, and not only here in Glasgow, but surrounding communities as well. Of course, if you do have a community event you'd like to celebrate with us here at the station, all you have to do is head to our website, because we've made it super easy for you.
Yep.
All you've got to do is fill out a bit of information for us, and we'll make sure to get your community event on the radio and out and about into the community, and that'll be at least 2 weeks of coverage if you can get us your event 2 weeks in advance. And that'll be not only here on WCLU, but our sister station, the Big Willie, as well. And That was about as close to the camera as you can get before poking it right there. Of course, if you're watching on EPB Channel 6, YouTube, or Facebook, you know exactly what I mean. And if you're listening in on the radio, you're probably thinking we're both crazy. So Yeah, so the big finger point at the screen means it's time to take a look at that community calendar, so we'll dive right in.
Dive, my brother, dive.
The original Glory Bound Quartet, consisting of Tim Eaton, Linus Williams, Mike Rich, and Jeff Sneed, will reunite to celebrate 41 years since the formation of the quartet.
Wow.
There will be a free concert at the Plaza Theater this Saturday, December 30th at 6 p.m. And for more information, call 270-678-3575. The doors will open at 5 p.m. What do you think about that?
I think it's awesome.
There you go. Yeah, I know you know all about Jeff Sneed, so.
Well, you know, Jeff and I have we've talked a lot about Southern gospel.
You know, I feel like you could put you and Jeff in a room and you could just talk about Southern gospel music all day long. So.
We could. It's my background, it's his background, so we have we can talk.
A good old time.
He knows a lot more about it than I do. But, yeah, that's going to be a great night there, a little reunion.
It most definitely will. And listen to this. Cave City Christian Church, they'll have Family Fun Night this Sunday, December 31st, New Year's Eve, beginning at 6 p.m. This is for all ages, and they'll have activities including board games, food, and family fun.
Okay.
And you know it's going to be fun when they label food as an activity.
Yes.
I believe food for me is always an activity because it's like, you got to figure out what you want.
Yeah.
You got to figure out when you're going to make it.
And how you're going to eat it.
How you're going to eat it. And then you've got to make it. And then you've got to eat it. So, it is an activity
it's a process,
there. So.
Yeah, it sure is.
The Soup Kitchen at the Ralph Bunche Center, they'll be closed on Monday, January 1st and Tuesday, January 2nd for the New Year's holiday, so keep that in mind. As well as the Glasgow City Sanitation Department being closed Monday, January 1st and... No, I believe it's just Monday, January 1st, and that'll be for New Year's holiday. Monday's garbage and recycling will be collected the following day, Tuesday, January 2nd.
Mm-hmm.
One more closure here for you, the Marywood Weldon Library. They'll be closed Monday, January 1st, obviously, for New Year's Day. So lots of closures going on. Just make sure you keep that in mind as you look to celebrate this New Year's holiday.
Yeah.
WKU Hardin Planetarium, they'll present Celebration of a Long Winter's Night. That'll be Tuesday, January 2nd at 7 p.m., as well as Thursday, January 4th at p.m., is all it says. So your guess is as good as mine there. Just show up. Thursday, January 4th at p.m.
Yeah.
So this festive show illuminates the meaning of the winter solstice and shares some history behind holiday customs. So there you go. That'll round out our community calendar here and take it away.
All right, 2 weeks in advance. Just click and submit all that information right there on our website, WCLUradio.com. Can you flip over to the roof cam? I want you to look how eerie it looks outside. This is crazy looking. This is almost 8 o'clock in the morning, all fog, and I see the sun behind it all, but...
I was driving into work this morning, and I didn't know if I was going to make it. It was that foggy.
It looks black and white. The only color I see, the double yellow line, that's it. The rest of it's black and white. Or is it just my eyes?
It does look black and white to me, but I think it's just because of how foggy it is outside. I promise our camera did not go infrared right there. It is that foggy outside.
It is, so be careful out there. All right, what's hot on the calendar coming your way in about a minute and a half. Stay with us.
Good morning, friends. At times you may find it difficult to talk to God in prayer. However, the more you talk to God, the more comfortable it will become. Here are some suggestions as to how you and I might talk to our Heavenly Father. Thank God for all He has done and is doing for us. Confess our sins. Be specific about deeds and thoughts and attitudes that were wrong. Pray for others' physical, emotional, and spiritual needs, and ask God to work in the heart of someone who needs Jesus as Lord of their life. And finally, pray for ourselves and ask God to help us to do His will so that we can serve Him acceptably each day. Perhaps we all need to spend time with God in the morning so that we can start our day refreshed and ready for whatever comes our way. Spending time with Him in the evening may help us sleep, resting in His care and peace within ourselves. May God give us all a yearning to get to know Him better. Let prayer be a conversation with God as our Father. This is Danny White for the Refuge Church of Christ.
Attention holiday shoppers! Ever wonder if the key to your body aches lies right under your feet? The Good Feet store's new location in Buckhead Square is revealing a little-known fact. Your feet could be the culprit behind your hip, knee, and back woes. It could all be connected. Discover their personally fitted arch supports. Bonus, they're FSA, HSA eligible. Head over to goodfeet.com to schedule your free fitting and test walk. Step into a potentially pain-free holiday season with a visit to the Good Feet store.
Do you have over $10,000 in credit card debt? If you're feeling the financial impact with unprecedented economic challenges, DebtBlue is here for you. With DebtBlue's Success Guarantee, you pay nothing unless your debt is reduced or completely resolved.
I'm just living sky high right now. I'm very thankful for it, and the team at DebtBlue are phenomenal. They're able to work with you. They're great.
Call for your free debt resolution information now. 800-200-6895. 800-200-6895.
Good morning, live on this, it is Wednesday, hump day. My days are all messed up since Friday. I was like, what day is it? Anyway, it is Wednesday, the 27th of December, Matthew.
It most definitely is, yeah.
Okay.
That's all you get right there. No, speaking of forgetting what day it is, here you go. Listen to this.
All right.
Mike. What day is it, Mike? Leslie, guess what today is?
It's hump day.
Ronnie, how happy are folks who say
It is hump day all
there
day.
you go. That commercial is actually, it became 10 years old yesterday.
Wow.
So very fitting for today. And according to the Camel, it is hump day today. So
yes, sir.
It is also on this December 27th, Visit the Zoo Day. So there you go. You want to go see a camel, go visit the zoo, and he might tell you it's hump day
Do they
today.
have camels in zoos?
I think they do.
I don't know.
I know by over where I used to, or where I do live, I didn't used to. I still do.
Yeah.
Of course, over there by the Hardys, by Glasgow High School, it is. I'm losing my mind here. There used to be a camel over there.
Really?
There did. So there's that fact.
Okay.
It is also Make Cutout Snowflakes Day. A bit too late, I'd say.
No.
Then again, with the snow coming up,
yeah, it's coming.
I feel like that might just still be valid here. So,
okay.
And to round out National Days of our food category, as always, it is National Fruitcake Day.
Oh no!
No! I can't celebrate that one.
What is it about that? It just makes me go, no, thank you.
It looks like they've got some carrots in there.
It
so
looks good. It looks good.
It looks good, but then you take a bite and you're like, man, no.
Yeah.
Who invented this?
Someone in my family, either my mama or my papa or somebody, would give me one every year for Christmas, and I'm like, into the trash.
This belongs straight in the trash, but I'm not going to tell you that because I know you spent some time making it.
I have tried to eat them, and, some people really enjoy them. But to me, they just don't have, it's not the flavor you expect.
No, it's really not. Like you said, I mean, you look at it and you're like, this looks good. And then you're like,
it looks
this
sweet,
tastes
but
terrible.
It's not sweet to me. If you like it, enjoy it today. It's your day.
There you go.
8 o'clock news coming up, CBS, local obituaries, and here in a little bit. Matthew's going to give away a Dairy Queen cake, right? I heard that. He's giving away a Dairy Queen cake. Also, he's going to give away a Greer's Rosebud vase. 8:30, we're giving away groceries with the Houchins Lucky Name program. So all kinds of stuff coming your way, 8 o'clock hour. 9 o'clock, of course, KSR, that show everybody loves, Kentucky Sports Radio. You folks have a wonderful day. Matthew, I'll catch you back here maybe Friday.
There you go, yeah. Maybe. We'll see.
All right, folks, stay with us all morning here. Good Morning Live.